Good morning, my friends. We'll be continuing these reflections on the meaning of Advent, waiting for the coming of something new. For the next few meditations, I hope that in whatever way the story of Mary and Joseph making their way into the unknown for the sake of something new and blessed touches you and reminds you of things that are real in your own life. We all know that familiar reminder that all stories are true, and some of them really happened. And so it is with the journey of Mary, Joseph, and the birth of Jesus as God incarnate to those who believe that this really happened, and I am among them. And for those who find this a stretch of imagination, I invite you to stretch your imagination and use that to embrace the practice of waiting in hope, waiting in peace, love, and joy, and anticipation that universally resonates within our hearts. As we approach Christmas and currently walk through the celebration of Hanukkah, coming up to the end of this year, we are confronted with an uncomfortable question. What is it that is really worth celebrating, anticipating? The candles on the Advent wreath represent hope, joy, love, and peace. Although we had no idea at the time, at this time last year, this deadly virus of COVID was silently starting to spread. And today, as its destruction goes forward, still, it may be a harder question, but one we need to ask. How can we speak of hope in such a time? And what place does a quiet celebration of Advent and anticipation become hope in such a chaotic and mixed up world right now? And yet, I would offer that we need Advent now more than ever. So let us be seated in your comfortable position, grateful for the support underneath of you, for the warmth around you that holds you in its comfort, and the anticipation of the next connection with others, be it by Zoom or in person, who are important to you, and gratitude that in fundamental ways you have much of what you need today. Breathing quietly in that waiting spirit, where the breath comes in fully, expands our awareness along with our chest, moving up the neck, around your head, and relaxing the muscles in your face, eyebrows, nose, jaw. And on that last emptying out breath, emptying that breath all the way out, and in your imagination allowing it to go down and out through the soles of your feet, and leave it in the soil beneath you, where it can dissipate naturally. Breathing quietly, in breath, out breath, in breath, out breath, resting that breath in your belly. About hope, the writer Anne Lamott said, "Hope is a revolutionary patience that begins in the dark, and it is the stubborn hope that if you just show up and try to do the next right thing, the dawn will come. You wait and watch and work. You don't give up." Cynthia Bourgeau, the author, Episcopal priest, and teacher of contemplative prayer and life, believes that hope grows out of an encounter with God's mercy and then bears fruit within us, and that meditation practice nurtures the latent capacities within us that can perceive and respond to divine hope. So as you breathe, my friends, think back or into your life and remember a time when the strength of hope was a spiritual resource that helped pull you through a difficult period. In your childhood, in your adulthood, in a time of illness or fear or uncertainty or loss, when did the strength of hope help to pull you through a difficult period? And as you breathe, in-breath and out-breath, let that breath be a breath of hope. The hope that you remember in the story of that time when the strength of hope was a spiritual resource that helped to pull you through. When, like Anne Lamott, you just showed up and tried to do the next right thing, waiting and watching and not giving up, knowing that these feelings have been shared by humans for as long as we've been on this earth and drawn us forward and kept us waiting, watching, and working. Perhaps just like Mary and Joseph on that tired donkey on their way to a city that did not even welcome them or offer them shelter. And yet they found a place of shelter, as ugly and smelly as it probably was, and dirty, where they kept their eye, their hearts, their minds, and their prayers on Mary's coming birth of Jesus, who in this story is the hope of love, compassion, and truth to shine as light in our world, which has so much darkness. Remember this, that hope does begin in the dark. The seeds of hope, Thich Nhat Hanh might say, are present in the dark, and it is up to us to water them with mindfulness and generosity, and to find our way to show up and try to do what will bring some light into the world or to someone sitting right next to you. These are the seeds of hope. There is a section from Ken Nerburn's little book, Make Me an Instrument of Your Peace, a thought that I offer you to take with you today in hope. It goes like this. A sailor lost at sea can be guided home by a single candle. A person lost in the woods can be led to safety by a flickering flame. It is not an issue of quantity or intensity or purity. It is simply an issue of the presence of light. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, I breathe in hope. Breathing out, I am light. Take this with you, my friends. It is a tremendous gift to offer in these times as you go out today. Namaste. Amen.